Hello, hello, hello. I am jumping on live today to talk about building your brand in 2022, and I will be joined shortly by Amanda Thompson of Endurance Financial, who is a member of the Lovely Brand Builders program and also doing some incredible things. So whenever I'm doing a live or speaking to an audience, I do like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land. I am in the Gold Coast, Queensland. The traditional landowners are the Yagambeh people. I acknowledge the elders and pay my respects to the elders past, present and emerging. Thank you for joining me here today. I've lovely seeing a few people already, and I am going to get Amanda right now to start with her. So fun being able to get to talk to everyone again. I come in every Tuesday and do these, and I welcome amazing guests. Hello, Amanda. Lovely to see you. Thank you for joining me. It's a pleasure to have you, and I've just seen you recently, but I would love to start by sharing who are you and how do we know each other?
So I'm Amanda Thompson, and I am the owner and financial planner in Endurance Financial, and we met through the great organisation that is Business Chicks.
Yes, we did. And we are in the business club together, which is amazing. And, I was just saying to you before, you've had quite a journey. So from when you joined Business Chicks, Business Club, to where you are now and how you're showing up, it's been beautiful to watch. But tell me where you were kind of when you started, why you joined that, and how you found it at the start when you were kind of in the club and just starting to, I guess, put yourself out there in that way.
Yeah, I'd had these thoughts. I'm very much a person that follows her gut feel. And although I've run my business for quite some time, something was just eating away at me to do a few things a bit differently. And then COVID hit, and having two girls at home alone, struggling through school, and then me, obviously a people person, also being stuck in Melbourne. We got locked down for quite some time, as everyone would know. Business Club was amazing for me, and I've forged not just professional relationships, but I'm lucky enough to say that I've made some great friends out of the group. And in amongst all the business relationships and friends, there's so many words to describe it, but the guidance, the acceptance, the encouragement to move forward with what I wanted to do was there. And here I am today with 20 days until my new course launches.
Yes. So it's been quite a growth and a change. And I remember at one point you were sort of like, you weren't sure if it was the right place, and you weren't sure if you were going to be getting the most out of it, and how to really show up, I guess. And you didn't feel like maybe that was the place, but it's been so wonderful this year. It was just a big turning point for you, and then you just jumped in. And now, actually, tell us about that, the jumping in the pool.
That was my last year, wasn't it? I think if I backtrack just a little bit, Emma, the imposter syndrome can appear in so many different ways, shapes and form. And I've always been an advocate of owning when you lose your identity. I talk about it a lot. I've had an interesting life, from being a single mum to the only female in a male-dominated team, to a victim of abuse, to a cancer survivor. And last year, I don't know what it was, but there really was that imposter syndrome. I've been doing the work that I do so well for so long, and yet something just hit me. What it was, I'm still yet to know. And I suppose that in amongst that lull became the jump in the pool. So for those of you who know me that are watching, I a born and bred swimmer and still do triathlons. So water is definitely my happy place. As much as you can't get me in the pool to train, I still enjoy water. And from Emma Isaac's book, her jump in the pool that they did at, I think, Necker Island, and how that's grown within the Business Chicks group, I really took that. And for me, is jump in the pool is jump in the deep end, not the shallow one for me. And I'm lucky I could save my life quite easily and tread water forever if I had to. And if I don't tread water, then I'll just swim and win the race, which is what I seem to be doing now.
You are, and it just has been, yeah, such a lovely shift to see. And once you got that, you know, sort of clearer and that bit of confidence, you just went, you've just gone full steam. And so, you know, when you came to me, I loved it. You were like, you know, I'm ready. Let's do this work. And something you say to me, and I love it, you can talk about it a bit, is about my elevator pitch. You talk about the elevator pitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, do tell me why, you know, I mean, I sort of know, but I'd love to hear why you chose to build on your brand, because you do have these expertise and you are already speaking and doing some amazing work, but why did you want to build on your brand?
Yeah, so the first things first is that you as a person attracted me, given what I do. I'm a service-based industry and relationship building is really important to me. So your nature and who you are is what drew me to you. And I love that you show up uniquely, you. I am a bit older than you, and my kids are definitely older than Finn, so I say that in a really nice way. I love that that you can own that. From a brand perspective, I did, and so the second part of you is grasping is that there's this amazing lady who's lovely and nice that just comes in and owns a room and owns exactly who she is. And I thought, here I am trying to bring up two girls, and you're just this standout. Your elevator pitch, and I do call it that, and I don't like the word sales and things like, still known as the elevator pitch, isn't it?
Yeah.
But a quick way of saying, tell me what you do in 2 minutes, but the elevator pitch sounds great. And you, and I've watched your elevator pitch actually change, Gemma. That's how we've worked together. It's changed slightly and I love it. But it's not just that, it's your facial expressions when you say it. It's how you come to it when you do it. Are you going to say it now? Are you going to share it with everyone?
Oh, I could do that. I could do a little demonstration. So, well, and this is something that we practice, and I practice what I preach, because I'm continuously joining new rooms and joining new groups. And I was yesterday on a networking call, and we are asked to introduce ourselves every single time. And so for some people, that's so intimidating. And that question of what do you do is so intimidating. I hate that question. I don't love the elevator pitch, just because I think it's restrictive. So what I try to share with my clients is when you understand your message and you understand who you are and you've got those key messages, then you can just say, introduce yourself. And it might change slightly every time, but you're still going to get the essence coming across. So my name is Lovell. I am the owner of Lovelly Communications, and I'm a personal branding coach. I am lovely by name, lovely by nature, and I help female leaders to show up and make an impact with integrity through their personal brand. That's there you go. That's it. But yes, part of it, as you said, it's the knowing who you are. It's feeling comfortable and confident in who you are, and then bringing that forward. And it's not just the words you say. So people do get really stuck and worried about the words. It is the way you walk into the room. It's the way you hold yourself, and it's the tone of how you say it. So if you could say your elevator pitch and know it really well, and hi, I do this, and I'm Amanda Thompson from Endurance Financial, and we can serve we can do your financials. Like, someone's gonna be like, that could. Whereas if you say it with humor, or you say it with your personality, and you say it with, with the integrity that is you, it'll come out. It'll connect with people. So I've loved seeing you develop that. And so on that, why don't you tell us, because you were sharing me the other day, the message behind your new program. So
jump in the pool.
It's your new program.
Okay, I'm jumping in. Are you ready for the big splash?
Yes.
So I am Amanda Thompson of Endurance Financial, and my passion in life is helping small business owners, women, become their own CFOs, live the life that they want, and 100% pay themselves what they are worth.
Yay! I love it. I love it. I love it. That's so awesome, and it's so needed. because financial literacy, you know, understanding finance, understanding money, talking about money, it's relatively foreign to women, and it's definitely was so taboo for so long to talk about finance and to understand finance and to, you know, yeah. So tell me, what's this program going to do? How's it going to run? And how did you come to this point? Because yeah, you have been a financial planner for such a long time.
It is. I think that, again, when I owned where I was last year, I realized that what was happening is that I was morphing, or the caring nature of me was starting to come through a lot more. And I was starting to see small business owner women come to me for guidance. And there is only me in my business from an advice perspective. So the course was born basically out of the want to help as many people as I can. The thing I find about women, and please no one be offended, it's a very general statement, is that we do jump in the pool to start our own businesses, which does take bravery, does take courage, does take planning, does take passion. I'm lucky enough that my passion's money, and what I'm good at is money. But other business women tend to follow their passion and put all their heart and effort into what they know they're good at. Now, the business numbers, it's a fear. It's a fear of failing or not understanding, or someone's going to judge us if we don't understand what they mean. And at the end of the day, if you can't marry up your personal wants with what your business is doing, then the success measures or the metrics that you're going to guide the rest of your life on may not be there as well as they could. So the aim is to provide a wealth of knowledge for the people in my course to make their own decisions and set basically their own blueprint for what's to come with both their personal and their business. I have a range of experts coming on, yourself included, who's one of the first ones, because we've got to know who we are and our why to go anywhere. So you're one of my first up, but I have accountants, lawyers, bookkeepers, some mortgage brokers, because running our own business is really important, and assistant. And so it's a 16-week course, 8 modules, and of which, so every second week we'll get together in a group session live to talk through any problems, things like that. But I suppose three major benefits, let's keep adding up. 3 major benefits. So at the end of this course, I would be so surprised if you didn't have such a great understanding and vision from a financial perspective of what your business was doing for you and any changes. So therefore you will be paying yourself, or at least have the plan to pay yourself what you're worth. 2 is that you're working with a group of like-minded women that you actually get access to. So as much as I know my business, 10, 12 other women all in the same group, we're bound to have knowledge that we can share with each other. And there's that accountability part of it as well, which we as women tend to like the accountability part. And the little kicker is you get me. So
yeah,
on top of the course, you'll get 3 one-on-one sessions with me that are strategically placed so that your plan really becomes uniquely yours. And from a one-on-one perspective, we'll drill down on exactly how to make your plan set out. So can't wait. I'm so excited. I'm so impatient. I just want it to start tomorrow.
I know you, yes. But it's so important, because I think finance, yeah, it's such a male, masculine sort of, I don't know, just space. And so many people, we don't talk about it. And I'm so excited, inspired when I'm chatting with my girlfriends about money and we're talking about it openly. And you know, it's such an old school thinking of like, you don't talk about money and you don't talk about that out loud and you don't share that. And it's like, why can't I be ambitious? Why can't I have financial goals? Well, actually, I should have financial goals. And if we're not educated on it, or we don't understand like what we can do, we don't set ourselves up for that, then how can we have these thriving businesses, let alone, you know, do okay in our personal lives? And I just think it's so wonderful that you're giving that, not only the education, but the space in which to do it. And I think that group format is really, really important, because it's empowering. And it's like, I'm not the only one, you know. And I honestly have some wonderful business colleagues, and we talk openly. I say, like, I don't, like, cash flow is an issue right now, you know. I want to do this thing, but cash flow is an issue. And it's nice to be able to say that instead of sitting here being like, oh yeah, I've got my shit sorted, I'm all awesome, I'm amazing, everything's going, whereas like then, as soon as you're not in front of somebody, you're going, how am I going to pay the bills? How am I going to do this? I mean, like, to understand that others have those challenges, others have navigated those problems, and that there are people like yourself who can help you. You don't have to do this alone. It's incredible. So well done.
It is, and the other benefit of that is if we set or have those understandings, and you can own if cash flows. That's what we work on. Well, how do we get your cash flow better? There, every single business owner who's not even a financial planner would benefit from this, because it's a different set of eyes, and it's actually. I'm not anti the word profit, but I'll redefine profit to my own way of how it equates to a small business. But how do you set your success measures if you aren't open and honest to start with? So the best way to keep achieving is to celebrate the successes along the way.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and to see where you're making those shifts and those changes is so awesome, and having that knowledge. But I'd love to talk now as well about endurance financial. So endurance is in your business name. Why is endurance in there?
I'm running on fumes today, so that's got to be so. Endurance.
I love the honesty of how you're showing up.
I don't keep rocking. I keep cramping. I went for a terrible run this morning. So my mum came up with the name, believe it or not. So I do Ironman triathlons, which is considered an endurance sport. But the idea, and when we've spoken today, is that for me, long-term relationships I love. So endurance really equates to your long-term relationship with money, our long-term relationship together, with a little offside to the fact that I still we won't say my age, are trying to compete in endurance sports.
Please stop playing that down, everybody. She is an incredible athlete. She runs in the morning. She's talking about doing a 2-hour bike ride at some point today. She can swim for miles. Like, you have endurance, let alone the endurance in the sport, but the endurance within your business, and the endurance to continue to put yourself forward. And please do not diminish that. You're like, it's considered endurance. Hello. Oh my gosh. Like, if I'm lucky to, having just been unwell as well, it's like I'm lucky to do a half an hour walk at the moment. So I full respect to the endurance.
I'll tell you a funny story, not related to branding whatsoever, but endurance is, I was taking Olivia, my youngest, to rowing this morning. So she's quite committed to the early starts. And this is I'm at the time of life when my kids' sports starts interfering with mine. So that was a little bit experience, and I've spent the last few weekends doing either crazy rides in the hills in Victoria, or like this week was I think 8 hours of training. And we're in the car this morning, and Livy said to me, "Mum, are you like back training properly, like you're really going to go somewhere?" And I said, "Yeah." And she goes, "Oh my God, yay." And I was like,
yeah.
"What? That's so cool." I thought she was going to say, "Oh, grumpy mum, tired." And she went, "Yay." Like, so that's the highlight of my day. That is the highlight of my day.
So good. It's so good. And endurance is such a mindset as well. Like, I've done a lot of trekking, and I'm going to be doing the Larapinta trek this year with some of our fellow business club women. And I think once you get past that, you do need to do the training. You do need to build on, any training you do and any strengthening you do is obviously going to help you. But when you get to it, when you're in the event, it's the mindset, and it's the putting one foot in front of the other, or one arm in front of the other, or one pedal in front of the other, like, isn't it? And so that mindset applies to work and to brand as well.
It's funny. So endurance, I'm still competing, yes, and I have views, but or goals. My goals are still very much with regards to personal best. you know, PBs, all of those things. So it aligns with personal brand, it aligns with money. So what I do, endurance, those type of things, is setting the next goal for ourselves and things like that. But we both know, Emma, that I'm in your course because even speaking on Instagram Live, you've got me well and truly out of my comfort zone, and hence I'm joining your course to try and bring the confidence I have with the knowledge that I have out, and you're going to help me do that.
I am helping you do that, and I love that, you know, there's two sides to this. You know, when people join the Lovely Brand Builders program, that's all well and good. There's one, you know, I'm going to share as much knowledge, I'm going to be there, I'm going to support, but there's the whole other side of it is you actually taking the action. I'm not going to be able to go onto the Instagram for you. I'm not going to be able to stand on the podium and do the presentation for you. I'm not going to be able to write your book for you. That is you. So, you know, it takes two to tango, and you know, I've put out the invitation and you've accepted and you've showed up, and that is huge. And so bravo to you. But yeah, absolutely. I think, you know, of course I'm going to be here to encourage you, but a huge win on your part is that you're actually doing it, and that you're taking those steps, and that you're building those muscles. It's all very much, I'm going to play into your language here. You're building those muscles, you know, and so it is going to be that consistency of showing up, the consistency of putting yourself out there that's going to build that brand for you, that people get to know you, they get to see you, they get to love you, as I do, and then they get to have all the benefits of your wonderful expertise, because the world needs that.
That it does, and I think that's what's driving me. I found that belief that what I'm going to deliver is needed. So I've got to, if I truly want to help people, I've got to overcome my own little fears to be able to put myself out there so people know that there's help for them.
Absolutely. You have such an impact to make, and I'm just so excited to see what 2022 brings for you, because there's so much more to come, and we're just going to keep building together. So do tell us, though, how can we find you? How can we connect with you and learn more about your course?
Yeah, so the easiest ways is via Instagram. So at Amanda_try, TRI_mum, or at Endurance Financial, so on Instagram as well. And links to the course are on my website, as well as on my Endurance Financial link areas of Instagram.
Amazing. I'm so grateful to have you here today. I'm absolutely so excited to be part of your journey and to have you in the Lovely Brand Builders as a foundation member. And I can't wait to see what comes next. And just as if you would like to hear more about that incredible endurance that Amanda has, she actually was a guest on my podcast. My other podcast, I have two podcasts. So on my Lovely Travels podcast, and so I'll pop the link underneath the live chat, but otherwise look up Lovely Travels on Spotify or iTunes, and Amanda's episode was one of our more recent ones. So yeah, that was super fun.
I think about naked bike riding, didn't we?
We did. We went there. We talked about all the things. I love it. Thank you so much for joining me today, Amanda, and have a wonderful day.
See ya. Bye.